Hey there, Saber friends, SpaceWindu here. I've got a brand new repair to show you. This one is for Chris. He got the Kyber splitter lightsaber from Civilized Sabers, and it turns out we had like a battery issue with it. Also, there's a couple other little things that I repaired. One of them was the speaker. For some reason, the speaker like pod or the actual speaker itself was like dented. So I replaced that speaker for Chris. It was a bass speaker, and also I replaced the battery, which is a 21700 battery inside this lightsaber, which is great for the type of blade that Chris has, which is a quad star. Now, originally I kind of made a mistake and I sent Chris a photonic quad star blade. I think this is how it went down. Chris can correct me. I think I sent him a photonic green quad star, and I was supposed to send a trans white. Or maybe he was unhappy with the photonic tip, something like that, on the photon quad star. So I actually made him a trans white quad star here. Chris was having some trouble with the saber turning off, and so I fixed the battery contacts too. Now, ever since I've been testing it, I did a video about this like a couple weeks ago, I think. I was just testing the lightsaber, but I hadn't completed the blade at that time. So I want to show off the blade in this video. This is a brand new quad star and a trans white. And also, we'll go ahead and test the durability of like swinging around the lightsaber and maybe some impacts, because I know Chris was having some trouble where the would lose battery contact because of an impact. So I changed out the battery contacts and I changed out the battery, because I also thought that maybe something might be going wrong with the battery that Chris has, because he sent me a couple videos of him playing with the saber, and the things that were going on with the saber started to tell me that it might be the battery. And now, like when I was like a brand new saber builder, and I would ask like Irv from Plector Labs, or I would ask different people like Tim at the Custom Saber Shop, or whoever I was asking for advice on the forum, and I would have a problem with the lightsaber, right? And what always happened was like they would say check the battery first, and I always found like by changing out the battery, or at least like, check the battery contacts, check the wiring if the battery is wired in. This one's not. It's actually in a pod with the contacts. It's in a chassis, but so the battery's actually removable. That's how you charge it on this one. But sometimes the battery's wired in. You'd have to check out like, is it wired correctly? You'd be like wondering like, is the pack okay? Because back in the day you'd have to like wire your own pack. Like nowadays we just order like a single battery, whether it be 18650 or 21700 like that's in this lightsaber. Sometimes you're even lucky enough to use the 26650, give you extra like runtime, but usually a single cell is what we're dealing with these days. But back in the day when I was building, like starting building like maybe 2008, 2009, 2010, and even up to like 2012, like we were building our own packs. So we needed like a different voltage rating on the packs, and we needed like 2 cells. Sometimes it was 3 cells, depending on what type of lightsaber you were building. Sometimes I'd build like a 3-cell like Hyperdyne. Nobody remembers that one, but like, anyway, like a different kind of lightsaber with a string blade, similar to what we use today, like these NeoPixels. So you'd always check the battery first. So when Chris came to me with this problem, and then I saw his videos, he sent me some private YouTube videos, and I watched them, and I realized like it's got to be something to do with the battery. I think it's the battery contacts. So I think I was right about the battery contacts thing. Fix that, and I also think that it was correct to change out the battery. I'm going to send him this brand new battery here because a lot of the problems do start with the battery issue. So I'm going to power this up, and we'll just like play with it for a minute just to see. Oh wow, that's nice and bright. Yeah, like I just recently sanded this blade. It's been done for a little while, but I always sand them before I send them, especially photonic type of blades and the colored blades, but it looks really good on like trans white as well. It kind of gives another level of diffusion when you put in the sandpaper and you have like a multifaceted, you have like a faceted blade tube rather than just the sort of clear glass, or not clear, but the blade tube looks kind of glassy when it's fresh, right? And so by sanding it, we give that nice dull feeling, which in a dark room, it would reflect less. Like if I hadn't sanded it, you guys would see a lot of glassy reflections from my ring light right there. You'd see a bunch of like glassy reflections, and now you might see like some dull reflections or just none at all. And so I think that's kind of better when the saber's off, and then also when it's on, it gives another layer of that nice cloudy diffusion, which just looks really good as a silky type of blade, even when the saber's off, I think. All right, so let me hit this a little bit. Oh, there goes my microphone. Yeah, the saber was like turning off like quite a lot for Chris, so I really want to make sure like it doesn't do that. I probably shouldn't be hitting the quad star like too much, but I want to just shock the saber a bit. Yeah, so like a quad star, if you don't know already, has 4 strips of LEDs. That's what this blade have. We have about 500 LEDs in here. They are pixel LEDs, so we're able to go through different colors and actually, you know, change the colors. So it's like your standard pixel blade, but we have so many LEDs in here. It's actually like having 2 blades, right? So a normal blade is like 240, maybe 250 LEDs, and this one's got 500. So we've got like double the LEDs, we've got double the strips. A normal blade has 2 strips, this one has 4. I think the tip looks really, really good on this. I think Chris will be really, really happy with the sort of like uniform shape on this. It just looks really, really even. So I'm really happy with that. Now I do have like a full-length mirror like across the room behind this camera, so that's why I'm kind of like looking past the camera to see in the mirror, because I'm also just like testing this blade for Chris because I just made it like brand new and I have not even tested it before, so I just decided to like test it inside Chris's saber, because that's, you know, where it'll be like living. I actually really like this color. This is I don't know, it's like the perfect like aqua color, I think. It just looks great. Yeah, the speaker before, when it was like dented, it was a little distorted. So I'm really happy now that the speaker sounds clean and crisp. Yeah, Chris, I really hope that this works out really well for you. And hopefully you don't have those power issues anymore on the hilt. I'm really thinking you won't, because like, I think I did the battery contacts pretty well. So you know what, when you take out the battery, this is what I think you should do when you take out the battery. Like, use this hole right here to push the battery, pop it out right here, because that's the contact that I think was problematic. So like, if you push through this hole, pop the bottom part out first when you go to charge it, you know what I'm saying? And then when you pop it back in, just be a bit careful, but like the capacity in the 21700 is so nice that you could like literally play with this for hours. I know John from Collector's Outpost did a test with the Quad Star for battery life, and I think on an 18650, which is like less than half the battery that this is really, it lasted like 2 hours. So I'm thinking on this, like you should get like, you know, a bunch of hours, like 3+ hours, like on the battery, if not 4 hours. I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess it depends on what color, because like a color like this is probably draining the battery because it's got like, you know, 2 out of the 3 RGB diodes on. So I guess it just depends like what color. This is another nice one. That changed subtly though. You might not see that. Straight blue. Like something like straight blue is going to, you know, take up the battery like a lot less than something like a purple. Because especially like, you know, a purple that's really got the full power of the blue and red diodes on, like this one, you probably like lose a little runtime, I would imagine. This is really cool with the purple blade and these yellow, yellow blasters. Oh, look at those blaster blocks. Like, how sick is that dispersion? I love that. So this is a 1-inch diameter blade. Like, I really can't do a Quad Star like in a 7/8 yet. I'm working on it, but even when I do put one in a 7/8, I'm not sure it's going to be this bright, because I think I have to put like tinier LEDs if I want to make it fit in a 7/8. But we're working on it. We'll see what we can do. But 1-inch right now for Pentastar and Quad Star on Civilized Sabers. You can get a TriStar in a 7/8. A TriStar is 3 strips instead of 4. A Pentastar is 5 strips. This is a Quad Star, 4 strips. Very, very powerful, very nice tip. All right, Chris, I'm gonna send this blade and lightsaber back to you, and I really hope it works out without any trouble. The only problem with you know, repairing this for Chris is that he lives in England and I'm in the US, so when we ship back and forth, it's kind of, you know, pain. But other than that, I mean, something goes wrong, I'm gonna help Chris out. But I'm just saying that's like the only negative thing about it, is like we live so far away that the shipping, you know, probably like takes extra time. Takes extra time with the shipping and stuff, but. Well, thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, push that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel. I haven't been on in a while, but probably getting back to doing more videos on SpaceWindu channel. So definitely subscribe here if you're not already and you are a Star Wars fan, or you like lightsabers, or you like movie props, or you like cool spaceships and things that we build here. Also, if you're interested in blades like these, check out civilizedsabers.com, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.